Tigger's Shoes is all about a prank that goes wrong. This is the first segment of the 20th episode of the first season of the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And Tigger, as always, is bouncing around and getting in Rabbit's way while Rabbit is trying to garden. So Rabbit decides to teach Tigger a lesson by telling him this story about somebody who could bounce all the way up to the top of this rock. And Tigger tries to do it, but he doesn't manage to do it in one bounce, as Rabbit says is the record. So Rabbit comes up with this idea to create these exceptionally springy, large shoes that he can use to convince Tigger will help him to achieve this goal. But he fills them up so they're exceptionally heavy once Tigger uses them, but Tigger's not aware of this, and he just thinks that it's his inability rather than the shoes that's stopping him to reach this rock. But he's determined to do it because bouncing is what Tiggers do best. So he keeps at it to the point where it's clearly mentally wearing him out, and it seems like things have gone too far. Will Rabbit ever admit the truth? And I feel like it's a good lesson in the fact that if you're going to play a prank or a practical joke on somebody, even if it's to get back at them for something they've done to you, such as messing up your garden, you need to be aware of how it might affect them. And Tigger's very proud of his ability to bounce, and if he thinks that something is stopping him from doing that, he's going to persevere. And that's to his credit, but there comes a time where you have to stop persevering and accept your limitations, and Tigger was not willing to do that. Obviously, it's a good lesson. It's an interesting narrative. It was not clear how it would resolve itself. I didn't like Gopher in this. I felt like Gopher really didn't need to be there too much, even though he is kind of important to some aspects of it. But I feel like it could have worked anyway without him and maybe tightened the narrative up a little bit. But I'm not the biggest fan of Gopher, so maybe that's not fair. I have to say the animation quality is stunning. The shoes, the design of the shoes, are absolutely brilliant. Everybody looks adorable when they're wearing their little night outfits and sleep suits at one point. Very sweet, with an important message too. Pretty much everything that we can ask for from Winnie the Pooh episode. Not too bad at all.